Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Wellbeing Wednesday. It is the 30th of August, last Wellbeing Wednesday for this month. Where's the time gone? We've all been basking in the beautiful August sunshine. Well, we have anyway here, creating the sunshine when we can. Well, thank you so much for joining us if you're live or if you're watching a recording. Thank you so much. First of all, this morning, I would like to introduce the wonderful June Tranmer. Good morning, June.
Good morning, Kerry. Good morning, everybody. And well, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. It's a lovely sunny day here in York, but it's a wee bit chilly and it's beginning to feel what we call back-endish up here. And it's definitely that the plants are kind of getting ready to regenerate themselves if they're regeneratable, and they're dying off and becoming compost if they're not. So, this is a time for considering all things about renewal and regeneration. In Chinese medicine, this time of year is where things do that. They die off, they fall back, we rest and recover. And to me, it's a funny thing because the Western academic year seems to always start September and October. And I think, no, spring is the time for surging forward. Robyn's nodding. Yes. Spring is when we have our burst of wood energy. But right now we're coming from the fire into the earth, and then we're moving over after the equinox into the autumn and into the metal element, and that's where things go into seed, and we save the seeds for next year. Hopefully you're saving your seeds, because that's what we need to do to replenish, and we need to replenish ourselves. So I would suggest, just thinking about slowing down a little bit. The days are getting shorter. Go to bed a little bit earlier. Just think about recharging your batteries after the full out there in the summer sunshine. Just start coming into grounding. Oh yeah, grounding. Oh, I spent all day on Monday, bank holiday Monday, with my bare feet on the grass at this show. They call it the Fulford Show, where our hub is. And we were meeting all the local people and all these people, all these other stall holders, and telling them about the PHA, telling them about our hub. So I think we're going to have quite a few more visitors. And somebody came along who said, I was talking about the dementia prevention that we're going to be doing with GAR's workshops, and we're gonna buy them and we're going to show them in the group. And she said, oh, if your projector's broken, my husband might be able to fix it. So that was really lovely. And I've just listened to a phone message. She called me yesterday and said, so you can even regenerate your old gadgets. There used to always be a guy in a little shop on the corner who did that sort of stuff. Not so much anymore, but you can still find people in your local neighborhood. And this is why the hubs are so brilliant, is because we got local connections with people who share and share. Like, I ran into the co-op guys, the local co-op shop, and I said, I've been meaning to talk to you about if you've got any waste food that you want us to use. And they call them share partners. So he went away, he took my number, and he phoned his manager, and they said, yes, and we can be a share partner. So that means we can go over to the local co-op, collect all the food that's coming to its best before dates, and bring it over to the hub and give it to people. So that's another little great thing that a hub can do. So I'm really excited about that. There's a big culture of that in York. There's these kind of pay-as-you-feel cafes all over the place, and there's a lot of food sharing going on. But this is really keeping it local. I mean, they're getting it delivered by a big truck to their local to the local co-op around the corner. But we just walk around, get it, or I might go on my bike and bring it back to our hub and just have it there in bags for people to come and collect. So hopefully it won't go to waste, won't go to landfill, and won't go off, and people will be able to use it. So that's really nice and regenerative. And also, what I wanted to talk again about, this is a hodgepodge You're beginning to get that message, aren't you? Septarian stone that I showed last time with, which looks like a marble, or a gobstopper even. I wanted to show you an up-close picture of it from a website. So that's what it looks like, and it's actually from the dinosaurs era. You know, they're that old, the Cretaceous period, 50 to 70 million years ago. And it's made of three different types of stone. Aragonite, which makes the brown, calcite, which makes the yellow, which I think you can probably see, and limestone is the gray one. And if you see, I've got another picture of one that's cracked through the middle. It's really interesting. So it's really just something that's going to connect you to the origins of the earth, really. And they were made on the seabed, so this is all very interesting. You know, volcanic eruptions and things down in the seabed, and the oceans receded, and then these were found, and they were like crusts, and there a lot of them come from the middle of America in Utah, where the Gulf of Mexico used to go up to, or Madagascar. So, but they're not expensive to buy. I mean, this one I got for £4 from my local crystal shop. He also sponsored us to go to the Fulford show on Monday. So, you know, it's all, you know, local connections. I love it. It's really good for your root chakra. So it's grounding, it's balancing, it's centering you, and it's really helping you find yourself again, renewing yourself, and waking up. And as Pam Gregory, I always quote Pam Gregory some point in Wednesday Wellbeing, she's saying that right now is the time for us to be reconnecting with ourselves and rediscovering our true selves and reconnecting with our higher selves. So this one will give you a protected shield while you're going about your daily work, which is really good. And it'll help you heal from the inside out. It may be a long, drawn out process sometimes because, you know, those of us who've lived a while have quite a bit of history. And we've also got, I think, previous lives. So, you know, we've got a bit of history from there too. But we may be able to heal lingering trauma with this. So, speaking of past lives, it may help you tap into past life energy and memories. And meditating with this stone on your third eye can help produce visions. I haven't tried that yet, so I'll let you know how that goes. And you can pair it with other crystals, they say. Pair it with quartz, which is the lovely clear one. And that can enhance its energy output. So yeah, if you want to know more about it, you can look at that website, or there's another one called the Crystal Council, which I have now seemingly lost. There. Yeah, this is quite a lot of words, but I will just, oh, there's some pictures of the marbly things. But yeah, a friend of mine's got a giant one. It's like 5 times the size of mine. There they are. Don't they look sweet? They do look delicious. The interior contains angular cavities or cracks, and that's why they're called septaria, from the Latin septum, because that's like, you know, the nasal septum and all that. And the cracks are believed to have been caused by dehydration and shrinking of the plate. Now, more rocky boulders. That sounds, dare I say it, like New Zealand. Oh, talking about the North Island. Is that right? Yes, that's New Zealand, right, Kathy? Yeah. Wow, so maybe they have some there too. That's very interesting. See, you learn things. Even when you're busy telling people things, you're learning yourself. There's one of the cracks. There, can you see the inside of that with the little nodules inside of it. So yeah, so fascinating. So I hope you're feeling the energy from that. I think hopefully you will. And the other things I just quickly wanted to say that I've been using to help myself because I've been through a busy time. Magnesium flakes baths, just the bee's knees. You take a handful, you don't need to have cups and cups of it or use the whole pack like it might imply on the package. A handful in a nice warm bath for 20 minutes just takes away any, if you've been around a lot of people with a lot of different energies like I was on Monday, lovely time, lovely people, and lots of hugs and stuff like this, but you're sharing other people's energies, and whatever might be in those energies, we want to just help it go down the plug hole and not hold on to it. So it just let it go. And it just relaxes tight muscles because I moved my clinic yesterday, so I had a few tight muscles. And what else I use? Oh, copper mug. Yes, now this is really interesting because I learned that copper was very, very helpful for water to regenerate the water because it's all about that right now as well. Blessing your water, regenerating it, soothing it from all the traumas the water's been through because it doesn't like being pushed through straight lines, and we put it into pipes and it wants to meander. So we have to bless our water and regenerate it because we are water and the water goes in. So everything we take in, if we bless it, it really helps us. But I've also learned that copper can help stop your hair going gray. Now, this is actually my natural hair color. I do have some gray. You can't see it very much. I'm 68. I'm very lucky. My dad's side of the family didn't go gray, hardly at all. But having said that, you don't want to just take it for granted, right? And so having some copper water is maybe a good thing. So there's that. Oh, and then there's, of course, there's Touch for Health. How could I forget? So regenerate by doing your switching, hold your navel, rub under your collarbones, rub your top lip and your bottom lip, still holding your navel, swapping hands because of the polarities, and then your tailbone. And that just pulls you back together. If you've been on the computer a lot, or if you've been around a lot of people, or you've just been on your bicycle, for example, that's a really good thing to do to pull yourself back together. So there we go. That's enough from me. And I'll just stop now and we'll go on to, I'm not sure who's next. Is it Maureen?
We've got Robyn next.
Robyn.
My twin this morning. Beautiful Robyn. Qigong is coming. Bringing some sunshine in, hopefully, Robyn.
Morning, everybody. Well, it's absolutely pouring down in Lancashire here, but we will create our own sunshine. I've even got sunflowers. I'll just show you these. Absolutely beautiful sunflowers from a farm in Pleasanton. You can pick your own. Right. Okay, so let's just connect. As been mentioned, reconnect to ourselves, reconnect to the earth. Feel that connection underneath the feet. Feel your toes and your heels, the outside edges of the feet, the inside edges, and the balls of the feet. And let's open up to that beautiful earth, or that nurturing energy from Mother Earth. I'd just like to say that June's presentation, Touch for Health, on Thursday evening was absolutely brilliant. I do encourage people to get it because it really transforms your energy. Absolutely amazing. It's like magic. Okay, so just letting your arms go to the sides of the body, fingers pointing down. And even with your fingers, getting a sense of elongation through the fingers. Imagine the fingers going deep into the earth as well. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. And then a cleansing breath out. Softening into the body as you release tension. Breathe in that nourishing energy up through the feet from the earth. And then breathe out, softening, reconnecting back down to you. And then this time we're going to breathe in and just raise the arms up, encouraging that energy all the way through the body, connecting to the energy above, and then breathe out, bringing that light down from that super moon we're having, I think it's today and tomorrow, bringing that lovely, clearing, calming energy through the body. Bring your arms back to the sides, and let's just do some shaking. Make sure you don't bang your hands on anything around you. Shaking out through the wrists and the hands and the fingers, just releasing any tension that there might be in the body. As June mentioned, we can pick up things, so it's a good idea to have a little shake out movement, going for a brisk walk or a jog if that's what you do. But animals do this. And I always say, if you watch nature, you watch animals, and that's where a lot of these principles came from. Chinese medicine, Tai Chi, Qigong, watching animals, watching nature. And then just imagine that you're just flicking off any energy, any stagnation, any tension. And then through the elbows, let's just swish it all out, flushing it out. You can bend the knees if that's comfortable for you. There is a practice called Qigong arm swinging. I think it's called Ping Shui. I can't recall who made it famous, but I'll find out that. But I think it was an acupuncturist, and he prescribed it to his patients. And basically, you just swing your arms like this. Don't go any higher than shoulder height. And then about every 5 repetitions, you bend your knees once and then bend your knees again. So your arms go back and then forwards. And that just helps to pump the fluids through the body as well. And you're releasing and flushing out toxins, activating the lymphatic system, getting your metabolic rate up, your heart rate. So it's good for many things. There's a lot of health benefits from it. There is a video that we can share on the Wellbeing Wednesday Feng Shui. But it has been advised for people that are getting a bit advancing in years, should I say. And it helps to open up the chest as well and loosen up the shoulders. So it can improve walking, improve any kind of activity, exercise. So it's good. It's good one to practice, and it's so simple. You use your breathing as well. So just breathing in and out of the nose if that's comfortable. Breathing at your own pace, and then just swinging, going back and then forwards. Releasing, relaxing, like June mentioned earlier, all the re's, rewind. And then just allowing your arms to go a bit slower, until they come back down to the sides of the body. And just notice how you feel. It is advised that you do at least 10 minutes, but I always say any movement is better than no movement. So just what you can manage. If you want to get more therapeutic benefits, then it's good to do it a bit longer. And then just bringing the fingers together, and let's just open up through the wrists. If you can, just bring your arms away from the body, so we're not closing off the energy. We don't want to close it in. We want to open up the gates, the channels in the body, create that space for the energy to move, going one way and then the opposite way. If it's not comfortable to interlace your fingers, just do it just on their own like that, just separately. If you've got arthritic fingers, sometimes that's not comfortable interlacing the fingers. And then let's just bring one elbow forwards and then the other elbow forwards. Rooster spreads its wings, this one's called. And you can do a little sway as well, just transferring the weight from one side to the other. You can bring the hips in, opening through the hips. You can do smaller movements if that feels better, especially if you have got anything in your shoulders, any discomfort or pain, you can make it a bit lower. Just do what you can. And this opens up the back as well between the shoulder blades. And then we're going to go the opposite way. So opening across the chest, through the ribs, back through the spine. Breathing in one side, breathe out the other, just opening the body. Nice gentle stretches, nice rotations. And then just let go, shake the hands out in case any tension built up there. And then let's open through the ankles now. So we're just releasing any tension, stiffness. It's a good idea to do these every day. I don't always do them every day, but it really enhances anything that you're doing, whether you're just cleaning the house, gardening, helps to reduce the risk of injury and just opens up all the joints in the body and gets that energy moving. And then the other one, just ankle going one way. And don't force anything if you've got any discomfort. Just do what you can. Go one way and then the other way. Release again. Release through the legs. Just have a shake out again, like you're shaking the water off. Get them channels moving in the legs as well. And then just turning the head from the side to side. Breathing into the centre through the nose. Breathing out to the side. Just gently opening up through the neck. And then going down and up. Not going too far back or too far forwards. Remember, your head is very heavy, so just nice, gentle, controlled movements. Breathe out all the way through the body as you go down. Breathe in as you lift your head up. Let's have a little shimmy. And then happy dog wagging its tail, releasing any pent-up energy, any stagnation through the lumbar region of the spine and open up through the spine laterally. Shimmy, shimmy, shake. Oh, creak and crack. Then just do one movement from Shibashi set 2, Tai Chi Qigong Shibashi set 2, that Professor Lin Hao Shen created and made it so everybody could join in. So it's so adaptable. We're just going to do a couple of movements from set 2. There's 8 sets altogether. I haven't done all 8 sets. But this is the first movement from set 2. And just have your arms at the sides of the body, fingers pointing down, palms facing towards the back of the room. Just opening through the lumbar region of the spine, softening the knees, shoulders down. And this just helps to get the chi and the bloods moving through all the body. And it helps to regulate the movement with the breath. So we'll just do 3 movements of this one. First of all, we breathe in through the nose and just raise the arms up as high as you can. We don't go to 100%. And then the palms turn away and we breathe out, pushing out into your own energy field or wei chi. And then we breathe in again, rising up. If you want to bend your knees going down, if that's comfortable, that's absolutely fine. And breathe out, keeping the back as straight as you can. And then we'll just do one more. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out. And I like to imagine a beautiful circle of light around the body as we breathe out. So that's movement 1 from set 2. Now, as it's the full moon, we're going to honour that, and we're going to do stork praying at the moon. So for this one, we open our arms. Imagine that you're collecting that beautiful energy from the full moon. We bring the palms together, but on one side of the body, so we're not going central. And we also bring one foot towards the other foot. Now, if your balance isn't the best, then just stay there where we are and just go down a little bit. We're coming down the side of the body as we do this. In fact, it might be better if we just leave it to the upper body for this one. So we're breathing in, gathering that energy from the moon, and then we breathe out, coming down the opposite side of the body, and you can just bend your knees if you want to as you go down. Release down into the earth, connecting to the earth again. Again, breathing in. Breathe out, praying in gratitude for the beauty of the moon. And the stork represents birth, of course, the stork delivering the baby, but obviously rebirth as well. So rebirth, rewind, coming back to yourself, that calming energy from the moon as well. And again, breathing in, gathering. Breathe out, just bringing that energy down through the sides of the body, the side channels, into the earth, and again, breathing in, lovely stretch up. Breathing out with grace, with gratitude, all the way through the body, down through the feet into the earth. Just do one more on each side. Breathe out, coming down. Got that lovely moon energy filling up and just calming, soothing with ease, grace, balancing and harmonizing the body. And then just bringing your arms to the sides again. Reconnect to your body, reconnect to the feet, to the earth. We'll just do one last movement. Breathe in, just bringing the arms up again. Let's imagine we're collecting some more of that beautiful moon. And then this time we're going down through the center line of the body. Rebalancing, recentering, realigning, reconnecting, all the re's. Reconnect to your heart. And just feel that sense of connection to yourself, to everybody joining today, to the earth, to the universe, to the moon, the stars, the sun. And then just give yourself that attention and honouring yourself. It's a wonderful thing to do. It's a lovely, brilliant thing for self-care, to join us on a Wednesday or catch up with the recordings, practice in between, because we might miss a lot on the day. But I just want to thank you all, everybody here and everybody watching later on. Have a lovely day and a lovely week. Well done, everybody. Well done.
Thank you, Robyn. Thank you so much. That was brilliant. Absolutely loved it. And I feel all the re's, reinvigorated, re-energized, reawakened. Really loved it. Can I just check, was it rooster spreading the wings?
Yeah, this one, rooster spreads its wings.
Love that. Really did open up the back.
Yeah, it does. And then the chest on that way and through the ribs as well. Yeah, it's a good one.
I might steal that for one of my warm-ups, because I think that's really lovely.
It's a good warm-up. Yeah.
Really nice. Works wow. Thank you so much. And now, good morning, Maureen Fearon. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Good morning. Thank you so much for that, Robyn. That was just so lovely. And June this morning. isn't it just full of treasures, Wellbeing Wednesday? So because it's rewind, I thought it might be useful for us to, it's always good to just pause and have a snapshot. Now, as human beings, we are incredibly sophisticated and our minds are amazing. We are so resilient. We go through, it's Wednesday already. We go through so much. And one of the real skills of life is self-awareness. And few master it 100%. And so we've always got, especially through challenging times of life. So I just thought, okay, I like visuals. Okay. So I thought, if you imagine your mind is a beautiful colour palette, look at all those lovely coloured pieces of wool, basically. Saw these in a charity shop and I thought, oh, I have to have them. I don't know why. Maybe this is the reason why today. So are nice and organised. Doesn't that look nice and organised? But the way life is, well, forever, especially June, in the last year, June has just done so much. We can get from this to this. And sometimes we're coping with this and we're able to because we're amazing. We're strong, we're resilient. This mind inside has got so many abilities to stretch, but which do you prefer? Which do you prefer? Which works best for you? Now, we're all human, so we all do this. And as you might be able to see, we've got attachments, stuff. And sometimes what is useful to do is pause, have an awareness, and start rewinding. See what I did there? So rewinding. Now, in addition to that, we also have in our mind, behind the scenes, so much is going on. So much is going on. And we might have loads of the straggles, and we've all got them. Hands up, anyone who hasn't got issues. Yeah, doesn't work. Every single, life might be beautiful, happy, perfect, brilliant. I'd love for everybody to have that. However, regardless of whether it's perfect or absolute torture, we've all got stuff under the surface. Now, what do? We've got the past, and we've got everything that's happened to us in the past. And what we have is attachments to the past. So that can be people, that can be events, things that have happened to us, and it could be a one-off or it could be repeated. But behind the scenes with that, so we might have this beautiful box full of fabulous, organized mind and life. But the attachments to this can drag it all in, and this can become bigger. So what we want to have is an awareness, and we can do so much. We are so clever. And so think about, for example, an event, something's happened that really ticked you off, where maybe something angered you or somebody let you down, or, you know, worse than that, somebody with issues attacked you in some way or ignored you, said something rude or hurtful. Until we do this, it's still pulling at our brain. And so we've got a choice. So imagine that's stuck in my brain. That happened to me 30 years ago. When I think about it, it really pulls, and it really, it brings up anger, upset, it's unfair. And if we think about peace and joy, that is a beautiful way to be. Peace, joy, and being resourceful. But when I think about what they did to me, now we've got a choice. We can decide, is that actually good? They hurt me once. They took away my peace and joy then. And every time I think about it, I'm letting them take away my peace and joy now. And I've got a choice. What would happen if I did that? I nearly cut my ear off then. So you have to be careful. What would happen if I just, okay, it happened, and I'm now deciding to let it go and put all my thoughts, my energies into what makes my life beautiful. And that might be whatever it might be. It might be that I steer away from certain situations because that person spoilt it for me. And so it might be, actually, no, I'm going to reconnect with what I love to do, whatever that might be. And it is really about awareness. And it even just coming to Wellbeing Wednesday once a week, it's good for us to use this time to have an awareness, because as human beings, whilst we've got incredibly sharp awareness, there are times where it's really not. My wonderful uncle, bless him, last week came and visited me. I went to make a cup of tea and he put this, look how big this is. He put this and another one that is all laid, another cat all laid out in my little lounge. And it isn't a huge, great big lounge. It's not a mansion. It's an ordinary little lounge. And he placed them right in my eyesight, one over there, one over there. And guess what? I didn't even see them. And then when he pointed them out, the shock of it, because I think the beautiful was so I had an absolute woo! And then that made him smile. And I went, oh my God, it's beautiful. And then he went, there's another one. What? And so sometimes our awareness it's always doing a job, but it's not always connecting with everything that might be useful. So we want to connect with how things are for us. So what I want us to do now is, even if it's taking, when we go to the toilet, we all go to the toilet at least once a day. Even if it's on the toilet and we're letting go of what is no longer needed, what holds us back from peace and joy. So if you imagine not going to the toilet for a week, oh, that is so painful. So what about all the hurts and the sadnesses of life that we're holding on to? I wonder how they might be holding us back in some way. And we know every single cell talks to each other. So, they're all in the background going, oh. And we don't know what's going on. But let's be honest, we've all got some of this going on. So what I want you to do now is, I just want you to have your eyes fixed at a spot, and with your eyes opened or closed. I just want you to connect and just imagine that scrunch of wool in your mind that's all tangled up. And you operate best when it's all nice and beautifully organized. Everything is where it needs to be. Your memory works beautifully. Everything is flowing wonderfully. And just breathe. And just right now, just let every single cell in your body know you're safe. Just breathe. Maybe even take a deep breath, a deep sigh, and breathe out. And just know right now you're safe. And right now, it's safe to be you. Whatever that you is. We're forever changing in every moment. We can be resourceful in one moment. We can be laughing in another. We could be center of attention one moment, and we could be just gently watching and observing life. We've got lots of different aspects to us, and they all are assets. So just allow yourself and just relax your shoulders and just have that understanding. It's safe to be me. Okay. And I just want you to imagine from your brain, wherever your brain is, different people will think their brains are in different places. And wherever your brains are, that's fine. Might be one, might be more than one. And I just want you to imagine those strands of wool reaching into the past. And I want you to have a think about setting the intention. All of those strands, the past is the past. Whatever's happened, as a piece of history, it'll stay in your mind if you ever need it. But all the hurts that visit us, all the wrongs that people have done us, all the times where something happened, it wasn't fair, all of that, all the sadnesses, all the hurts, all the losses, whether it was when we were 5 and we lost our first teddy bear. Does any of that serve us right now? And if it does, that's okay. Can it serve us by giving us a piece of logical information rather than emotional hurt? How can we best use the past? And are we ready now to cut the cords to the past? So just imagine in your mind, you've got a very beautiful pair of safe scissors like we would have when we were at primary school. And just let your mind just cut all those strands. You don't have to do them all, just cut maybe a couple. This might be something that we do every single day. and deciding that it's safe to be me and it's safe for me to cut those cords right now. And so what you're going to do, you've heard that song, rewind, right? So rewind, I'm often called Mo. Rewind. When the Mo says go, deselect the past, the pieces of the past that no longer hurt us. So breathe in. And when Mo says go, just let it all go and relax and know that you're safe and set an intention to create your best day today. So just breathe in and without any physical effort, with a sense of joy and release in your mind, just breathe in and just go. Safely cut all those ties from the past. It's safe to do this. It's safe for you to be free of all those things that hold us back from peace and joy. Find the strands of hurts. We've hurt enough. Let them go. It's time for healing if healing is needed, and it's time for peace and joy. All the sadnesses, let them go. They're of the past. We have now and tomorrow, and we decide to create joy. Anything we've ever felt guilty of, it's the past. It's over. Just breathe in and just let go of all the ways we learned how to do guilt. Some of us learned very well how to do it very disempoweringly. Just let them all go. And just set an intention in your mind, the unconscious mind, which is so powerful, so knowledgeable, and it's on the go all the time. Just instruct it without me even being aware of it. Continue cutting these strands so that I can be in my best place, whatever's happening to me. So I have an organized mind that works best for me, that allows me to be my best me. I deserve peace and joy. I deserve, whether I've ever had it in my life so far, to step up that priority ladder if I'm low down. It's safe for me to get to the top of the priority ladder in a beautiful way, because everybody has that right. It's a right of life, not even a human, not even a European law. It's the law of life. We are allowed to step up that priority, even if it's just one step. That is so much nicer than being down at the bottom. And being at the top means that you can still be a beautiful, caring, wonderful person. So just breathe and set the intention and let your mind organize itself back into that beautiful, colorful, resourceful mind that is yours. And just breathe and just allow. And take a deep breath. And when Mo says go, just give it a shake. Go. And just shake it all off. So it's good, even if it's only once a week. Some people never have enough time. And even if it's just once a week, when we come to Wellbeing Wednesday, just assess, how am I doing? What's going on? Is there anything that is going on in my mind that I didn't know was there and I didn't invite in? I love that. That's perfect. That can stay. But something else, it's like, oh, no, I'm not having that. So it could be self-doubt. It's like, oh, I'm not doing self-doubt. It could be a fear. Oh, I'm fearful of flying. I don't know why, because I've flown all over the world, but all of a sudden I'm scared of flying. It's like, oh, get lost. Cut the cord. And as the mind works with metaphor, anything like that, you can in the moment just have an awareness. It's there. Do I want it? Yes or no? Is it good for me? Yes or no? If not, oh, I'm cutting you out. And we can help organize our mind in that simple, beautiful way. So thank you for watching and listening, and have a wonderful Wednesday.
Thank you, Maureen. That was so clever. How brilliant. We can really picture something with the wool and the uniformed balls, and then just a mess, and then get rid of it. And
yeah, and
really,
it's like,
I loved that.
Show of hands, who's got a bit of this going on?
4:30 this morning.
That's exactly what it feels like sometimes. But thank goodness not all the time, just sometimes.
You know, there's a song, and I can't even remember the song, but the line that always comes into my head, is it a song or hymn? Something like, be still, my mind, be still, my peaceful mind, or something. I don't know. I'm rambling now. And leading on from that, thank you again, Maureen. I can't wait to share that. I think it's so clever. Really, really resonated more than the DTT last week, because I found that really helpful, but you had to think about it more. Whereas just cutting a string, that's so quick to think about, isn't it? And get rid of. So thank you. Just going back to what Robyn said, and before I start, that any movement is better than none. And I was thinking last night, okay, so if people have only got 10 minutes, let's do 8 exercises in 8 minutes. That's what I thought. So we can have a quick warm up and a cool down. So as always, just take everything easily and do what you can. Don't go mad, listen to your body and seek advice if this is your first time before taking part. What I'll do is, once we've warmed up, I will throw a little bit of June's cross crawl in there, as always, because that's always good. I'll give you options, so you can take a lower impact version or a higher. And I hope you're going to be able to see me. Move the chair. Just have to get rid of the dog running around. So, can you see my feet? Might put the lights on. You can see my feet now. Can you see me if I get down on the floor? Yeah. Good. Okay, you don't have to do that. If you have got a mat, now's the time to get one. So we'll just start. Oh, you can't see my head. I'm going to have to just move the camera as we get down on the floor. So luckily, Robyn's warmed us up, which was fantastic. So we'll just do a quick warm up. So if we just start side stepping, just allow the arms just to swing by your sides. Don't force it. If you're on your own, you can put some music on. I will master that one day. When you're ready, you're just going to take one foot behind the other and allow the arms just to sway. And here we go. They're crossing the body. Maybe about 6 to 8 times. And when you're ready, you're going to take the leg, this time across the front. If you can, just exaggerate it a little bit more once you get warmed up. So you're having a lovely stretch. Open up the back and the shoulders, swinging the arms a little bit more. 3 more, and then we're going to reach cross side. If you want, keep your hands low. Lift the heels. When you're ready, take them a little bit higher. Just work to your comfort level. And then, if you like, higher. So reaching and stretching. For 4 more. We're going to start lifting the knees. So just lift the feet off the floor if that's enough for you. If you want to take it higher, bring the knees up to waist height, or higher if you want. Allow the arms to sway across the body. If you can, take them all the way up and over. Keep them in front of the body if you need to. 6 more. Last 2. And then all we're going to do now is kick the bottom. Kick the bottom. So again, it might just mean that you're lifting the feet. That's fine. If you can reach the bottom, that's a bonus. Just relax the arms, but turn the palms back. So just pushing back so you're opening the chest. 4 more. I'm going to come to our first squat. So you find your ideal place is just to walk and stop. Your feet will naturally land where they should. Allow your knees to follow the direction of the toes and then just sit behind you. This might be enough for you. You should be able to wiggle your toes. Keep your chest up, shoulders back. If you want to go lower, each time, once you're warmed up, get a bit lower. Stay here if you need to. We're going to incorporate the arms. So we're going to swing the arms down and come up. This is great because Robyn earlier had us doing something very similar. Leave out the arms if you need to. Again, just bring them up in front of the body. if you can't take them all the way up and open the chest. Let's do 5 more. Love this one, makes me feel really awake. Well done, Maureen. She's doing very well with a poorly shoulder. And last one. Okay, this time just take the legs a little bit wider. You're going to turn the toes out slightly, whatever feels comfortable. This time we're working the inner thighs. When you're ready, just little tiny squat. Make sure the knees are following the direction of the toes, they're not coming in. This might be enough for you if you want to get lower, whatever feels comfortable for you. Do 3 more. And I think we're pretty much ready to go. So just take the shoulders back a couple of times and forwards. I'm going to set the timer for 8 minutes. We're going to do 20 seconds work, 20 seconds rest, and we're going to do it twice for each exercise. The first one, we're going to sprint, and then we're going to do a wide sprint, the second one. So when you're ready, let's go. The time's going to go really quickly. If you want to just keep it as a march, that's good. But if you want to really go for it, or halfway in between, whatever you're feeling. You've only got 5 seconds, that's how quickly it goes. 3, 2, and relax. This next one, we're going to take the legs wider. Keep it a little bit lower in 3, 2, let's go. This one, again, you're shaking like a dog. It's all gelling very nicely, Robyn. Shake as much as you can. Let that body go. Fantastic job. If you want, just step it. We've got 4 seconds. 3, 2, and relax. Well done. We have got squat jumps next. If you want, just squat. Otherwise, add a little bounce. 3, 2, let's go. Land softly, knees following the toes. If you want to go back to our warm-up, you can just stretch through. Oh, sorry. Well done. 3, 2, and relax. This time, if you want, take the legs wide, and we're going to do our squat jumps with wide legs. 3, 2, let's go. Again, come up onto your toes if you don't want to do a full jump, or just keep it with a little squat. Well done, 10 seconds. 3, 2, and relax. Well done. Ooh, I'm pumped. Well done, ladies. Little rest. What we're going to do next, and you can do this in several positions, or walkout. Either you can bend your knees a lot for this. You're going to walk forwards into a plank position and walk back. Your options are to go from your knees, just push the hips down slightly and come back. This is one option. If you're not getting on the floor, if you don't want to lay down on the floor, stay with reaching across. Okay, so you're still moving, but you're doing something slightly different. So when we're ready, we're going to walk out. Let's go. So walk the arms forward, hold your plank, walk back, and stretch. Well done. This will be your last one. And relax. Another 5 seconds, and then we'll go again. Again, just work with your limits. Let's go when you're ready. If you want in the future, if you're doing this for the second time, you can add a side plank stretch. This is just if you want to do it again a second time. Make it slightly different. And relax. Well done. That's how quickly it goes. Well done. Looking really good. This time round, we've got, again, options to lunge down, touch the floor, jump up. That's your first option. You can do everything without the jump, You can step and kick, or you can just step and flick. Okay, so they're your options. When you're ready, let's go. If you're touching down, make sure you're lunging and you're not reaching, because you'll hurt your back in the long run. Touch the opposite foot. If you want to make it a little bit harder, well done. 4 seconds. And relax. Well done. We're changing sides. Doing really well. Thanks for joining with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Reaching down and jumping up. Don't forget, you can step and kick. It's really good as well. And it still gets the heart rate up. Whatever you're finding works for you. 3, 2, and relax. Well done, another little rest. Okay, everyone hates mountain climbers. I will show you your options. First option, just stay in a plank. The other one is bring your knees into your chest. You can take them across the body. Fast or slow, it is up to you. If you don't want to get on the floor, let's do mountain climbers standing. Okay, so there are your options. When we're ready, 20 seconds. Whatever you choose, let's go. So if you're on here, bring the knees forwards. Remember to keep breathing, don't hold your breath. You've only got 10 seconds. 3, 2, and relax. Well done. 10 seconds rest. If you want to make a change, this time, take the knees across the body. 3, 2, let's go. Three, 2, and relax. Well done. Let's have a rest. I'm out of breath. Don't know about anyone else. We have got drop squats this time. So reaching high, swinging the arms to come up. If you want to add a jump, please do. Otherwise, carry on with low impact. So let's go for 20 seconds. Well done. 3, 2, and relax. Well done. If you want, just come up onto the toes, or you can stay with squat. Last set, let's go. I'm so pleased Robyn warmed us up. That's really made a difference to me. So thank you, Robyn. 3, 2, 1. Well done. And relax. Sorry, a bit ahead of time this morning, going fast. Okay, just relax, get your breath back. We've got a few shuffles and a knee up. You can add a twist if you want to. You can add a hot hold. You can just hold. So when you're ready, 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and up. If you're on the spot, that's fine. Can make this work. Otherwise, across the room. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. This time, kick your bottom. Okay, 3, 2, let's go. So again, if you're on the spot, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3 seconds to go. and relax. Well done. Our last exercise is on the floor. We don't normally do abs, but this is quite a nice little one. Sitting on the floor, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. What you're going to do is take your hands underneath your knees, lean back and let go. Make sure the chin stays off the chest. The back is slightly rounded, you're not arching. You're going to relax the shoulders, you're just going to hold it there. Stay here. If you want to make it slightly harder, you can lift the feet one at a time. Otherwise, just hold it. Well done. Look at this, June. We're cross-crawling on the floor. 3, 2, 1, and relax. If you want, just come forward. Give your knees a hug. A few more seconds, and then we're going back. So hands underneath, lean back, let go. If you're here, can you go a bit further? Can you lean back further? As long as that chin is on the chest, get your shoulders relaxed. Can we hold for 10 seconds? Of course we can. 5, 3, 2, 1, let's come up, give yourselves a hug. Well done. How quick did that go? You're done, we're ready to stretch. Super duper duper, well done. Okay, we're going to stand up, just because we're short on time. If you want to do any more developmental stretches after, that's fine, otherwise we'll just do a quick review. However you find comfortable to getting up, if you want to roll onto one side, push yourself up onto the knees, tuck the toes under, and come up slowly. Whatever you find comfortable. Try not to hold on to furniture. Okay, just take the arms wide. Well done. Push back gently. And then change. So if you're doing this again, you can change the format, the timing, just for the shoulders. So instead of 20 seconds on, 10 seconds on, you could do a full 30, or take it down. You can mess around with the changes, with the times like we have done in the past. We're going to put our bombs in the air, so narrow feet, really stick your bottom in the air before hinging at the hips. So this might be enough for you. Stay here, you're going to feel it here. If you want, you can push back on the thighs, not on the knees. If you're pushing back, take your elbows back as well. Push the chest forward, it gives you a nice hamstring stretch. If you want to go all the way to the floor, you're welcome to. When you're ready, stay here, but bring the toes of one foot up. This takes stretch from the hamstrings all the way down to the calf muscles. And when you're ready, change, bring the other toes up. Relax, tuck the head under, you're going to slowly stand. If you need to hold on to something, now's the time to grab one foot for your quad stretch. If you want to stand, just take one foot behind, bend the knees slightly and then tip the hip forward. So you'll get the same kind of stretch without having to grab hold of your foot. It's that pushing the hips forward, shoulders back. Feel it there. I'm going to stay here now, here. When you're ready, just change sides. So one leg behind, slightly bend the knees and then push the hips under. It's an exaggerated move. Don't ever do a lunge like this. From your top falling over. 3, 2, 1, relax. Bring the feet in. Nice big wide stance. We're going to flop forward like a rag doll. So if it's comfortable, just flop forward. If you can't get there, just hold your hands down. When you're there, then relax the head and shoulders. Really lovely open back stretch. Taking a nice big breath in, and on the out breath, you're going to make a big circle. Reaching all the way around if you can. This one can be done with your arms folded. I actually quite like it because you exaggerate the stretch on the legs. So we do this sometimes without using our arms. When you're back to the bottom, just again, relax like a ragdoll. And then breathe in. On the out breath, you're going to go all the other way. Reaching high, stretching through. When you're at the bottom, relax, take a breath in, and then reach forwards on the out breath. Nice and slowly, head up last. Reach in high. Make a big circle if you can with your arms one way. If you can't, just roll your shoulders back. And then the other. Roll your shoulders forwards. And you're finished. Well done. Thank you so much. Hopefully your heart is raised and you feel a little more energized. Oh, I am.
Ow. Whoa.
Thank you so much. Thanks for joining in. Thank you, ladies, for today. Please unmute.
Thank you. That was brilliant.
That was amazing.
What a brilliant
was lovely.
session, how everything merged and worked
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, everything
that was
really
brilliant,
fitted
thank you.
together. It was great.
So I hope everyone is feeling all the re's, June.
Yeah, all the re's. That was-
Rewind.
Yeah, so glad you mentioned the moon, Robyn. I completely forgot. Usually I talk about the moon, don't I? But yeah, it's really important. It's the second full moon of the month, so it's a blue moon, and it's the super moon. It's the closest the moon has been to the earth all this year so far. And it's in Pisces, so it's all about the water again. Yes. Yeah, it's amazing. So 2:30 something in the morning, tomorrow morning,
Okay, I was going to ask 2:30.
it will be really full if you can see it, but it will be visible if the sky is clear. I'm not entirely sure it's going to be here, but
I kept reading actually about how we can all be feeling angst at the moment, but come the 31st, we should all start feeling a bit
yeah.
better. Maybe that's why the supermoon then, obviously. Let's hope.
And
Yeah.
are the things that we can do, as well as look at the moon and admire it, are the things that we can do too?
To balance, well, grounding, making sure you're grounded. This is where this comes in, and walking on the earth, and just just meditating a lot, I think. Well, a lot, as much as you can manage, and yeah, just making sure that you're connected. You know, I was listening to Heather Ensworth, I think her name is, another wonderful astrologer, talking about reconnecting to the sacred feminine, and so that's worth looking at, having a look at her recent YouTube video about that. There was a chat she was having with Irene Chan. Yeah, it was really good.
Thank you, June. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, June, Robyn, and Maureen, for another fantastic session. Really
And yourself. Thank
you.
yourself.
That was brilliant. Thank you.
And on behalf of the PHA, thank you so much for joining us, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Bye, everybody.